Hey you guys, welcome back to Married to Film. Listen, here's part 3.
Sometimes I think you forget who you're talking to.
Because your daddy runs the KC mob? You really think it's smart to have you as an advertisement for this place?
It's a bunch of lawyers and hedge fund sharks. Do you honestly think that's a different table than mine?
Let me say this as respectfully as I possibly can. Would you please kindly fuck yourself and leave me alone? Thank you.
You need to learn to watch your fucking mouth.
What was that all about?
Frank Jr. wants in, but I shut him down.
Well, hang on. Let him play.
Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah, we got bigger problems.
Really? Than some mobbed up drunk who's wanting to have a seat at our table?
Well, our partners are demanding that we start laundering tomorrow.
Wyatt, living in this mansion by himself. Whose house is this?
Right.
Airbnb. He ain't even going to school. He ain't getting no haircut either.
Mom?
He's just squatting in somebody's house?
I'm so sorry.
That makes for a good help.
I haven't been here for that long, just a couple nights. If I just get my things, I'll be out here in a second. I'm so sorry.
Ah! Nice! That's sweet, Mom!
Do not kick him.
They are kicking him.
Get up and get out! Come on!
I have never slashed a tire in my life.
Darling, the woman saw you with her own eyes.
Maybe she's having hallucinations. All those hormones and breast milk playing tricks on her.
It's a tire.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
can't you just try to be reasonable?
Social services checks up on my fitness. I can't have some woman out there hot up on breast milk slandering me. You gotta make this go away.
Called about what?
Yeah, I should have called you back.
Yeah, that Langmore works for Marty Bird.
I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
I don't understand.
Well, I assumed you'd be the one to bail him out.
Well, I got money.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that he doesn't want your money.
Oh.
I mean, can't you just take it anyway?
No, it's his prerogative. I'm sorry.
What'd the boy do?
Got yourself a drone, huh?
She gonna bail him
Jonah has
out
a
now.
business
He's gonna be
proposition.
indebted to her.
Is that right? You bought him a drone?
Everything okay?
My client's interested.
That's great.
He wants to meet you.
Not Marty.
myself?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what?
We have a 24-hour window, so I'm gonna need to pick you up first thing in the morning.
He's never met him.
Right.
I was under the impression that you'd bring the idea to him.
No, he wants you. It's important for him to know who he's in bed with.
Everything all right?
Everything's fine. You know, just dentists, REO Speedwagon.
This is Marty Bird. Leave a message.
Hey, it's me. I know you won't get this until later, but I need to tell you I'm going to Chicago with Helen.
Oh.
Her client is interested in our business proposition. I'm sorry I didn't tell you this morning, but I know how stressful your day is. I didn't want to add to it. I don't want you to think that this is some kind of unilateral decision. I'm just thinking about our safety and exploring all our options. It'd be crazy not to. Anyway, we'll talk.
My heart is pounding so...
He about to have a connection.
Do you know who I am?
Of course.
Okay, so I need to know why you paid my bail.
I was in the station. Seemed like you needed a break.
You don't even know me.
Well, I admire people who take a principled stand, especially when it's not the easy choice.
Look, I don't want to be in debt to anybody.
Right.
Fair enough. I respect that. If you can wait a bit, I'll take you on back to jail. Or, if you're not afraid of a little hard work, I run a farm. Maybe you and I could come to some kind of arrangement.
No, I'm going to college. Don't say yes. We be burying bodies.
He said yes. He's the new Ash.
No? Alright.
Oh.
Players, introduce yourselves.
You know you was waiting on the
Jim Atkins, St. Louis.
Get to talking.
Two minutes.
We're all aware of how much stress this war is putting on the business. Obviously, it's difficult to find other avenues for revenue, even in the best of times. But Wendy and Marty are in a unique position to help with that.
Why?
Because they have been recognized as a legitimate entity by the gaming industry in Missouri, which means they can create revenue streams free of any legal
Oh
entanglements,
my God, if
which
he
might give you a
shoots
safety net.
Helen in
Why?
front of Wendy.
Because they are pristine.
Because they're white.
Semantics. Wendy has identified a casino and hotel in northwest Missouri that needs an influx of cash to survive. I have seen the financials. She is right. Could give you a foothold.
Why should I be worrying about this now?
Well, we were thinking.
Please.
Why?
You might very well be dead in 6 months. We are all parents here. And if this war goes wrong, what can you leave your kids? Or if you're arrested and there's no legitimate assets unencumbered for them to access. I imagine you followed the trial last year. It was not your organization, but still, their kids, they had them testify against their parents because they were trapped in the family business, and this gives them a different path. And in 2 years, if we're not all dead or in jail, what's wrong with millions more legitimate cash? I've run the numbers, and I really think.
Did you just threaten my life?
Mm-mm. He likes it.
No, I don't know. He's looking at Helen somewhere.
No, she can stay.
No, that was 2 minutes. He said 2 minutes.
Honestly, I think that's the longest I've ever seen him sit for a meeting.
So you told
All the players in the game have filed their 8,300.
Frank Cosgrove Jr.
$50,000 buy-in automatically triggers the filing. No exceptions.
Did you know Agent Petty ain't not dated?
Who cares?
Right. Mm-mm.
You know?
We've been apart for a while before Kate Langmore was hired to kill him.
So,
I'm sorry for your loss.
This is the point where I'm ethically obligated to tell you that you can make a deal.
I've got no reason to make a deal.
right. Deal for what?
I find comfort in the idea of you waiting every day for that one slip up or betrayal.
Oh, come on. Come on. You really trying to sweat me like that?
Sir?
Hey, I'm fucking talking to you. You really think you're gonna bluff me on a flush?
I'm sorry, there's no swearing and addressing others at the table.
How much we got there, dealer? 19,000.
He about to do something stupid, though. Ace.
You think this makes you some kind of fucking genius? Asshole! Look at me.
Get him out of here.
You sure you want to do this? With everything I know about you.
Oh my God.
Get him the fuck out of here.
Sir?
Hey, just knock him over the boat, honey. Oh, no. Wendy, pay attention to the camera.
Oh my God.
What did he say?
Standing in front of our old house.
What?
You're standing in front of your own house.
Same house, different family.
Are you gonna make me ask you again?
Navarro called Helen an hour ago. He likes the plan.
Doesn't mean we're obligated.
Yes, it does.
Yes, it does.
What the heck is going on here? What is up with everybody moving in people's houses? I mean, walking in people's houses. That joker said, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go grab my stuff. Like, we were supposed to be okay with that. You sitting up in here making omelets. What are we doing?
You embarrassed me.
You embarrassed us.
How the fuck did you get back in here?
It's a poker game. People talk shit.
This time, you're gonna get the fuck out and you're gonna stay the fuck out. Sit tight.
I should fucking kill you.
Come get your son.
Sit tight.
Stupid bitch!
She gonna kill him.
I said over the railing. Now he's drunk, so I hope he can swim.
Fuck.
Why are you in here making up people's beds? So my picture was the milk carton and a guitar.
Yeah, mine was cars and a casino slot machine.
So, did you see where the guitar was? The guitar was on the wall with a raccoon when she was sitting on the bed after she made up the bed.
Okay.
The raccoon was doing this, and the guitar was right there. Like the raccoon was rocking out, and I realized that mine was the guitar, and I didn't see any other guitar but that one.
Okay.
And then the milk carton, of course, was her just doing what she just did with the
food coloring.
Once again, Ozark has blew up my brain cells.
Yeah, it really has.
And no need to do drugs, just watch Ozark.
Right.
From every bit of, and this is the reason why our explanations at the end are so long, because they pretty much bombard your brain with so much information that you can't process it all at once. You really have to just be still and listen and try to soak it all in. That's why I'm like, Ralph be talking, I'm like, hush, like they talking, don't say nothing. Like we you know, it's hard to even voice our opinions as Ozark as we're watching it, because we'll miss everything. And then I'll talk and then I'll be like, dang on it, I messed up, you know, because we've missed something viable to processing what's going on in Ozark. So guess what? Wendy met the man behind the whole operation, and she only had 2 minutes to propose a business deal for him. Afterwards, Helen said that was the long. She said, I'm gonna be honest, that was the longest that I've ever seen him sit through a meeting. I guess when you have so much pull, when you have people out there killing for you, and you sitting up on here on a plane that's getting ready to take off, and you're eating filet mignon, and you don't have to say nothing but look at them to tell them to talk, and then says in the middle of someone talking so that they can be quiet and go on to the next person. He said, no, I don't want you to answer it. I wanted Wendy to answer it. And he didn't say that. He just said, and she said, and she looked over at Wendy like, you better go ahead and say what you got to say. But this whole thing is just, so they figured out how they was going to launder money, because they have to launder money the very next day of the phone call, which what Helen was telling them, they have to launder money the next day. The very next day started doing it. So Marty, at the drop of a dime, has to figure out how to start laundering money. He figured out the empty boxes for the casino, nobody actually watches those, so they're going to just put the dirty money in there, mix it up with the clean money, and there you go. That's what laundering is all about. Okay, that was a perfect pick, a perfect whatever plan. However, that was his plan to launder money. Wendy has another plan of laundering money. So he said no to Wendy's plan, but she went over his head and went ahead and did it anyway. And then met with the man, which Marty has never met.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think that's pretty, that was bold. And Wendy is really taking on a different persona, a different personality altogether. Like, this is not the person that he married, I guess. I don't know, because there's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Meanwhile, is it Noah? Jonah. What's the little boy's name?
Jonah.
Jonah has ideas out the yin yang. And Marty always takes his ideas and run with it. The whole spyware with the phone. He started Googling it because he thought that was a good idea. After a while, Charlotte bought him a drone. And he said, I got plans for this drone to help us see who's coming in, see who's leaving, see who's on the property, blase, blase. Trigger happy on the other side of town is going to these mommy and me meetings, messing up the whole circle with her crazy antics. Excuse me, of how baby food is poisoning the kids and stuff. And the lady was like, she all hyped up. This is what Darlene said. She said, I ain't got time for all this. All these women up here hyped up off of breast milk. I'm like, what? Hype off of breast milk? They not drinking it. They're creating it. What's wrong with her? She daggone. Took a knife to the woman's tire. She said, oh, I wasn't offended. She said, I'm sorry if I offended. She said, oh, no, honey. Oh, no, sweetie. We're okay. As soon as the meeting was over, she went outside and daggone cut her tire open. Meanwhile, she was being reported in to the police station. Ruth comes in because she wants to know what's going on with Wyatt and why he's not taking her money to be bailed out of jail, because he was squatting at a mansion that looked like it belonged to Wilkes. But I don't know if he has a family, so I don't think that was. But it was a huge house. He in there smoking pot, chilling in their jacuzzi tub and making omelets. So the owner comes in and says, okay, we're going to call for help. Boys, go next door and get some help, whatever. She gets on her phone. Pretends that she's getting on the phone. Wyatt walks by and says, I'm going to go ahead and just get my stuff together. And she shocks him.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad to see Ruth running things. That was good to see. Yeah, that was good to see. The KC Mob's son, Frank Cosgrove Jr., a.k.a. Tommy, being a big mouth and everything, and forcing Ruth's hand, because I did the same thing Ruth did. You can't be cussing talking at the table like that, you know. It's not professional. She put that whole tournament together. Ruth was really doing things, and this dude pretty much threatened to kill her. So she's like, you know what?
She said, come on.
Come with it. So she kneed him in his junk and pushed him over the rail, like Shamanda thought she would.
Yeah. I would have did it a long time ago.
And Marty is sitting there like, oh my God, my world is crashing. I got my wife doing deals with the cartel behind my back. I got Ruth killing the head of the mob's son on my property.
I got my son thinking of all kinds of ways to make our laundering legal.
Oh my God. Yeah, I feel for Marty right now because he just wanted to get out. That's all he wanted, was to get out and get away.
He did, but it's not going to be that easy.
He can't.
And then he asked the question, so now we're obligated?
Yeah, she said, oh, we're not obligated. Like, yes, we are.
We presented an idea to the cartel.
And he liked it. We're obligated.
You presented, and first of all, you got 2 minutes. So that means that he wanted to listen. Mm-hmm. First, he wanted to listen. Secondly, he wanted to see who he was taking this advice from. And then thirdly, he gave you more than 2 minutes.
He sure did. Yeah, because the cartel is in a war right now. They dropping, so Wendy, just made it so like you're a father. you want to have something, you know, legal for your kids. That's how she gave a pitch.
Her first thing was, you might be dead in 6 months.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh snap. Did you just threaten his life though? Because that's what I felt like he did.
Yeah.
I mean, she did. But anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't take it like that. I knew he knew where she was coming from.
Yeah, after she continued talking.
She said his parents.
Yeah.
Yeah. Freaking Helen getting waterboarded. Talking about her husband. I'm like, what is that about?
That wasn't water. That was something else.
Yeah. Okay. This season is gonna be nuts.
The guy who was doing the torturing, or that was forcing the hand to do the waterboarding or whatever, he kept asking. He said, you know, well, does your husband know? And she said, no, I don't have anything. My family doesn't know anything of what I do. Kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And he said, you know, it'd be much easier if he was dead. So I'm like, who is he talking about? Like her husband or Marty or the guy that she actually had 2 minutes with? Because it was two different people.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This was.
Yeah.
And then daggone Wendy in this other in her old house.
Oh yeah. Leaving her DNA everywhere on purpose.
That was just
messing up the doggone picture, turning it upside down, and putting food coloring in the milk, and
like, what the heck is going on though? This was a really crazy. Well, I'm done.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys thought of that episode. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Do all that good stuff.
We'll see y'all next time.
Yeah, love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Wake up!